Pilots, welcome back to Motion RC. This is your pilot, Ryan. I'm going to give you my trick for knowing how to discern whether or not your Admiral Gyro receiver is correcting in the right way. Control surfaces for flying are affected by the radio. Okay, it's going to be a Spectrum radio with this receiver. So if you're giving it a left input and it's giving you a right, that's flying controls, surface controls. You need to change it with the transmitter. But if when you give it a left turn and it gives you more left turn, your gyro correction is wrong. So in this case, when I give it a left bank, I want to see a right aileron indication put into the plane without any control inputs at all, and that's what I have here. So I have an upward deflected right aileron, which if I were flying would level the plane out. And the best way to know if you've got it set right, if you can't tell by quickly moving it in regular stabilization mode, is to put the plane in recovery mode. That's very easy to do because the receiver defaults to combo A, which is a regular gyro, which is just this. It's very hard to see what it's doing, and you have to wiggle it back and forth and hope you're right. That's combo A. Combo A also has recovery function. So you have regular stabilization or recovery function in combo A, and there's multitudes of different ways, B and C for combos as well. We've done videos on this, and you can see the recovery actually in flight if you watch some of our other videos where we demoed this gyro out at the field. But you can see I'm in a left bank angle and I have a right aileron input put in. This is correct. Now, if it were wrong, all I would do simply is move the dip switch for aileron on the receiver. I have the gains cranked up and I'm in recovery mode because it's the best way to show you how to do it. And when you're setting up this plane, even if you don't want recovery modes, this is still a good way to see what's happening. And really, it's just going to be your aileron and elevator that are going to give you this indication. The rudder seems to not really change much. It's usually not part of the recovery process. At least when I turn it sideways, I'm not getting anything in the yaw, so to say. So I'm going to make this incorrect right now. So I just made the aileron wrong and the elevator wrong, because I want to show you how easy it is to fix it. It's about setting up the plane on the bench to have the correct gyro correction direction inputs. Again, it has nothing to do with your steering. You can have your steering wrong and the gyro correct. You just have to make sure both things are right. Left bank. This is wrong. I have a downward deflected right aileron, which is only going to make it worse. This is more left. This is bad. This is how guys end up upside down all of a sudden. They weren't paying attention. So that is wrong. We're talking about this aileron here that's right in my face. I hope that's an easy one for you to see. But it's a downward deflected right aileron, which only makes more of a left roll. That's not what you want. Likewise, when I put the nose down on the aircraft, I should see an up elevator, but I see more down. This is bad news. And if your recovery is wrong, so is your regular gyro flying, just the regular stabilized flight. So don't get caught up that I'm doing recovery. It's only because that's the best way to show you. I'm out of recovery. I'm in regular stabilization mode. You can't tell it's wrong unless you're really slick. So it's hard to show that it's wrong. I know it is. Same with the elevator. Because once it establishes an attitude, it just makes that the new neutral. So you don't see a problem. But if I'm in a nosedive, I'm freaking out, and I flip to recovery, I just made it worse. The elevator went down, and it should have went up to level the plane. Like, same thing. If I'm freaking out and I'm spinning in and I flip my recovery to fix it, I just made it worse. So, how do you change it? Dip switches. Super easy. I'm going to fix it right now on the fly. To get it right, I had to flip it back. Now I'm correct. And if you don't want recovery, that's fine. But this is a good way, the best way, especially if you're having trouble knowing if you got it right or not. This is the way to see what it is you've set. Now, once again, I'm in regular gyro mode. You can hear it working, but you can't see hardly. Even though my gains are cranked, you can't see what it's doing until you flip to recovery mode. This is the best way to check yourself that you've got it correct. Now I'm going to illustrate one more thing. This is a left aileron input. I've got a downward deflected right aileron, more lift over here. It's a left roll. Now I'm going to go ahead and reverse the aileron. Okay, I just reversed it. Now when I give it a left aileron, it's a right. That's wrong on the controls. But the gyro is still correct. So don't think if you do one, you did the other. You have to make sure that your flying control surfaces are set up correctly and that your gyro is set up correctly. And this is a pre-flight. You've got to do it. You're responsible to get this right, or you're going to crash your plane. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So we're going to go ahead and make things right again. Now when I give it a left aileron input, that's what I get. This aileron goes down. It's a left roll. That's what I want. And my Admiral receiver gyro correction direction is right as well. Guys, that's how you do it. Combo A, check it out in recovery mode, crank the gains, get your throws dialed in, and then go at it with the gyro and make sure you're seeing what you need to see. Nose down, I've got an up elevator that will level the plane. That brings the nose, that brings the tail back to level. That's what you want. If you have a down attitude and you have more down elevator inputted in, you're wrong. It works to recover in this mode, but counter a position. The gyro wants to be in neutral, but you have to set the direction correct. Guys, I hope this helps. I know there's a lot there, but I think once you dig in and start doing this and really think about what it is, divide and conquer. Like I said, get the control throws correct before you even turn the gyro on. And then once you know you've got it correct, it's going to turn the way it's supposed to, then check your gyro out and make sure it's recovering or leveling off your flight the same way. Again, if you don't want recovery mode, that's fine, but this is the best way to see that your inputs are correct. Because even in stabilization mode, you can have it wrong. So the best way to know it's right, recovery mode, and it pegs it out. There's no doubt about what the gyro is wanting to do here. And when I flip it to regular flying, no recovery, just regular stabilization, I'm in the money. This is good. This is what you want. You know it's right. So with that, this is your pilot Ryan showing you how to discern what's up with the Admiral receiver gyro, available at motionrc.com. Thanks for watching. See ya.